That's more my style.
That's more your style.
All
yeah,
right.
That's your jam. All right. There we are. We are live. Hello. So we were at openings.
Yes.
For the show.
I got mine, and I'll go first.
I'll go third.
All right. I mean, Zach's in the middle. You guys want to say what your openings are so you're not doubling up on each other? Or I guess it doesn't really matter if you do double up on each other.
I'm doing Deadpool.
I'm doing the Russo brothers' new show.
And what are you doing, Zach?
Something not those.
What's it going to be?
Oh, I got something.
Oh, you got something?
Oh,
all right. We ready?
Yeah.
On this episode of the Culture Smash Cast,
Canada and Australia teaming up for DP3.
Holy shit, there was a bunch of TV shows and trailers and stuff. We're going to talk about that.
Wow. And the Russo brothers trade Disney for Amazon.
Why did you sound drunk all of a sudden?
Because I'm tired.
You also have a story. You
tired.
True. It's a Culture Smash Cast, episode 608 for October the 5th, 2022. I'm Stephen Lackey, editor of the Culture Smash Cast. Nico?
Nicholas Qualls, contributor to Culture Smash Cast.
Tina Qualls, contributor to Culture Smash Cast.
And Zach.
You know what?
What?
No.
What?
I don't
I'm
know
here.
Speak it.
I'm here.
Speak your truth, boy.
My name is Zach, and I'm tired.
Speak your truth.
I'm just tired, man.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I got a disease.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Do you have a disease?
Samesies. It's called pregnancy.
I got one that's called thyroid.
Yeah, Zach be struggling with his new life change.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, thanks, Dad is right. It actually is your dad's fault.
It really is. Yeah.
I think my dad every time I
blame
watch
this
diabetes.
on your dad.
I mean,
just like you blamed film ball mishaps on your dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have some issues.
That's true. That is true. That
Okay.
is so.
God damn it.
That is so. That is so true.
God damn it.
It's that.
I can't believe how well that paid off.
That really worked out. Spectacular. Tina has got wits for two now, so you are really in trouble.
Yep.
I'm boring this for like 5 minutes.
That's fine. I mean, I'm fully charged here. We're good to go. All right, so let's talk about what we've been up to. It is the 1st of October, so we are officially in spooky season.
Spooky.
Some of us, 3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, not all of us.
Fortunately, minus 1.5 of us.
Yeah.
We're not able to participate, but we did our annual 12 hours of terror this weekend. We watched 7 spooky movies. Yeah, they're actually here. I still have them all stacked up.
Oh my gosh, look at all these.
Wait, let me switch over to you. Let me switch the camera.
Yeah, do it. Oh, look at all these movies.
That's what we watched.
Oh, what's this one? Oh, that one's pretty intense.
Wow.
Well, that was pretty
Zach,
spooky.
you're doing an excellent job for our audio listeners.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay, well, I'll put it in order. Hang on.
That helps the audio listeners. So, Nico, after you've had time to process, what do you think is your favorite movie of the 7 that we watched?
Oh man, that is a really good question.
What's up, Silver Bullet?
Hello.
I think of those 7 we watched, I'm probably gonna go with Sightseers.
Sightseers.
It was just a fun, dark horror comedy.
I will say that's the one that he's like, I kind of want to take a road trip through England now.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I'm like,
exactly.
when did you not want to take a road trip?
I
England?
did.
It makes you want to do it more, though.
Yeah.
So for our listeners listening at home, our
7
our
movies,
7 films this year were 2 LDK.
which is Zach's favorite. I already
That's
know.
my favorite. Yeah.
That's up there. That was like my second.
Yeah. Sightseers, the classic Frontiers,
French extreme horror movie, as usual.
The House on Sorority Row,
Classic slasher,
The Signal,
indie horror,
Splinter,
creature feature,
Alligator.
and a classic creature feature.
Man, this film, I was told
Alligator.
this film is too much fun. boy, it delivered.
It really
Yeah.
does.
You left your ass off in that movie.
Yeah.
It's so
It was
fun.
good. Give it. That was the last movie. We had just pulled the all-nighter. We started that movie at like 7 a.m. So.
Yeah. It was funny too
Technically,
because
you
when we
started it at 8:15 because I remember
Yeah.
getting a text.
it was
saying,
it was
hey,
8:15.
on my last movie now, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we actually made really good time this year because 2LDK is only 70 minutes.
Oh wow, that's really
And-
short.
Yeah, and then Splinter is only like an hour and 22 minutes. So
Damn.
we had extra space for a long breakfast and whatever. But the thing about Alligator that's so good, it has Robert Forster in it. It's from 1982. We started it, and it takes about 20 minutes
Yeah.
to get started, and I could just feel the room because everybody was so tired, and I'm like, just wait till the alligator pops through the pavement because the shit goes wild after that, and it does.
I mean, yeah, there's that scene where, of course, the alligator pops through the pavement, but there's also a scene, like not even a scene, but that's in that same scene, a cop who just happens to be going 65 miles an hour in a neighborhood crashes and the car explodes. It's like so dumb. It's so funny.
Oh, Silver Bullet says Splinter was surprisingly good. I'll check the others out. Yeah, Splinter, somebody said that Splinter was a sleeper hit. No one expected to have as much fun with that one as they did. But Splinter is another creature feature. It's a single location creature feature, too, which is fun.
Yeah, it's really well done. It's a really tight film where everyone's together. And I had a good time with Splinter. The only movie I did not care for was House on Sorority Row, which is a schlocky 80s slasher movie.
As soon as he told me the name of that movie, I was like, "Oh, was that the Tit Shot movie?" He goes, "Yeah."
Yep, that's the
Like,
Tit
'cause
Shot
you
movie.
always have to have one, and it's usually sorority chicks or babysitters or
Yep.
yeah.
I mean, to be fair,
Yes.
I think it was our one film
Mhm.
that had titties in it.
It was.
It was the only movie.
And that
It
wasn't
was.
enough to save it.
I mean,
It was.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so and this is the reason, the way I explained it is when it comes to slashers, you got to have, in a block of movies like this, you got to have one classic slasher. But I always try to show stuff that everybody hasn't seen,
Yeah.
and we've all seen the classics. There's only a few really good slashers, to be honest. Most slashers are not that good. There's only a handful of really good ones, and we've seen them. So I started going a little deeper into the well, and I like that movie. I know in the scheme of a 12 Hours of Terror, it's challenging because it's
Yeah.
slower paced.
3:30 in the morning.
Which
You're like,
that's
oh,
part of the challenge.
yeah.
Zach falls asleep for 45 minutes of it.
I did not fall asleep for 40 fucking minutes of it. I fell asleep for like 15 minutes during The Signal because that movie, especially its ending, visually,
I love that
is a
movie.
little bland.
It's so good.
I-
That movie's so good.
Yeah, I stayed awake during The Signal. It was House of Sorority Row was the one I took my nap in.
Which is reasonable because it is a slow burn. What I think is really funny is this always happens to Zach during Splinter.
Fuck you.
Like one of the 2 or 3
God damn
best
it happened
scenes,
again.
Zach goes to pee and he comes back and
Oh.
everybody is just reacting to a scene in the movie.
Happened in
No.
Sightseers too.
It did.
Sightseers was the best one because it was the weirdest thing that he walked in on. And
Yep.
he was just like, "What is going on?" And he's just like,
I leave
"You had
for
to watch
2
it.
minutes.
You
I
had to
come
be
back
there."
and it's like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
happening?
you came back and there's a giant 5-foot tall pencil and she's writing a note with it. He's
Yeah.
like, what is going on? That
It
movie,
ha-
Tina, you guys should probably really borrow that movie for me so you could see it. I think you would really enjoy it.
All
Sightseers, for people who don't know, is a 2012, I think, movie about a couple in England that decided to take a road trip. But the problem is one of the two of them is a serial killer, and the movie is more or less about the other one's reaction to learning that and what
Nice.
ensues.
I
And it's
can't
Ben
wait to
Wheatley.
join next year.
It's Ben Wheatley, which I think is really hilarious because Zach had just watched Kill List, which is probably Ben Wheatley's most noted movie, and he hated it. So I'm
Dude,
like, oh
I
yeah.
hated it. So when it's like directed by Ben Wheatley, I was like, oh fuck.
But I think it's a hot take for a lot of fans of his. But I say that Sightseers is his best movie. That I hadn't seen Kill List, so I couldn't really compare it to that one. But I've seen some of his other stuff, and it's a high point.
the beginning of Sightseers is very similar to Kill List, where it's like a bunch of rambling in a house with people characters that you're just learning.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the same.
Well, that's I guess that's probably his style.
Style.
Yeah.
I will say, it like me walking out, taking a piss, and coming back in and missing the good shit. For our people who don't know, at the Buckworth Theater, our art house, they do a 12 Hours of Terror. Me and you step out during this slow ass scene in Blood Quantum, and then we come back and everyone's like rustling and going, "Whoa!"
Freaking out.
Did you see that? Oh.
I hate when this happens.
And then our friend turns to us and goes, "Y'all stepped out, and the best gore scene happened."
Yep. That's
in a gory film.
That's the danger of the horror movie, I guess. But that's what happened.
Guy gets his dick bitten off, and we missed it.
Which also, by the way, Tina, I was struggling with Sightseers because there's something in there that would really bother you, and it was. And I was telling Nico, I'm like, I don't know how to give you a proper trigger warning to that particular sequence without ruining the scene. Literally, you would have to ruin the entire scene. So that's why I told them I was going to pull you off to the side and tell you so that no one else heard it. Because there's no way to not ruin the scene, and it's an epic moment in that movie.
Yeah, the thing is, as long as I can prepare for it, I can deal with just about anything in a horror movie.
Really?
Yeah.
As long as I can mentally prepare for it.
Is that a challenge?
Well, by mentally preparing for it, she needs to be told.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the thing.
I mean, you just say, hey, there's going to be, a little rape here. It's fine. You're ready for Irreversible.
We have watched Martyrs.
Martyrs does not have rape.
No, but it has all the other horrible shit.
We watched, what was that one movie last year? The French horror one. All
Inside?
I remember is yes.
Inside.
All I remember is the scissors scene.
Oh.
It's good we watched Inside last year instead of this year, as it turns out. So did you guys do anything else? Like, I wasn't worth a crap on Sunday. I didn't do much of anything. I know Zach did something.
We went to a work function my day job. So we by the time we just got home and crashed, we went to bed early. I slept in on Monday. It was great.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Like when we got home from the work thing, that's when we watched my best friend's exorcism.
Oh yeah, that's
Nico ruined one of the scenes for me because he's like, that's the Cobb Galleria Center from AWA.
Yeah. So it's the funny thing. If any of our listeners are in the Atlanta area, you're probably familiar with movies highlighting places that are shot in Atlanta, especially as Marvel movies and do more shootings there. Like you could see the Marriott Marquis
in a lot of
atrium in a lot of places and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so I watched two movies inadvertently that did that. The Signal that we watched at the 12 Hours was filmed in the Georgia World Congress Center, or at least the ending of the movie, the climax.
The ending, yeah. Was the terminal.
Yeah, it's actually the city's convention center, the Georgia World Congress Center, and the movie Tina's talking about, My Best Friend's Exorcism, had a mall scene that I recognize as the Cobb Galleria Center.
They had to blur out the subway behind the main character.
Yeah, they dressed up.
Oh my god,
that's
hilarious.
They dressed up storefronts, but when they had like over shoulder shots, they kind of blurred in the background so that it's focused on the characters. But I could see through the blur. It's like, that's the subway. And then
that's hilarious.
It would change camera. I was like, I know this mall.
I was like, I know that escalator. I've been stuck on that escalator when it broke down. And everybody's like, what do we do? And I'm like, fucking move!
So it's just fascinating to see the continued growth. Even Signal's not new. That came out in like 2007. But just more example of Atlanta being a huge film hub, even outside of just Marvel doing all of their stuff in Atlanta.
That's funny. Yeah, the Signal, it's really obvious too that if you know anything about Atlanta, it's Atlanta, it's cool.
Yep.
So how was that movie though? I'm curious. I know it's based on a book.
It was good. The changes that they made, for the most part, we were like, okay, it makes sense why they would make it, why they're trying to rush it along, because there's a lot that happens in the book. The only thing we didn't agree with as far as the changes was unfortunately, was the climax, was the like penultimate scene of the actual exorcism. And it's like this, it's not near as impactful as what it was in the book. So, and it's sad because I think they could have done the exorcism that was in the book better than what they did this actual exorcism.
It's not like it's a CGI thing. I was thinking it's probably a rights issue because the characters sing a song.
Yeah.
In it.
Yeah, I bet that is probably part of it.
But
yeah.
But other than that, it was a really good adaptation.
Amazon doesn't seem to be minding spending money on media right now.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later.
There were two scenes that we were like, oh my God, this is exactly how I pictured it in the book. One of which is a scene where one of the main characters throws up on a guy as they're trading insults back and forth. Like projectile vomiting exorcist level vomit stream. And then the other one was a tapeworm scene. So like both of those were exactly how we pictured it in the book. So that made us happy.
Cool. All right. So, Zach, do you want to say anything about Avatar? I know that's what you did on Sunday.
The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
All right. So I went and saw.
Go ahead.
No?
Go ahead.
Okay. I went and saw Avatar because it was in IMAX 3D again. And because KJ hadn't seen it in IMAX or the 3D version. And this was a new HDR, HFR, 4K
high frame rate
edition. So here's my little trip report. First off, the 3D is still the best 3D ever.
It's crazy 15 years later or 10 years or how long it's been.
It's dear God, it's still amazing. The film has been converted to HFR, 48 FPS for select shots. So I think altogether it's about 2 minutes of the film is in a higher frame rate. Converted.
Yeah.
So you're creating frames from nothing.
But it's a CGI movie, so.
But they're not re-rendering it.
Yeah.
They are using software to convert it.
Stupid machine learning.
But when just the James Cameron, he's not going to just slap it on there and release it. I mean, it looks almost native. And compared it to the native stuff shown at the end, I couldn't tell a difference, to be honest with you. The film has been changed.
That's the part I think is the most interesting.
Yeah. There's an added 10-second scene right before the end. So in the theatrical cut, which is what was shown, quote unquote, there's corporate guy. Like they're all like, you have to fucking leave. Spoilers for Avatar. They're all like, y'all have to leave. Y'all lost the battle. And corporate guy walks up and then they shove him on. So in this version, here comes corporate guy and he steps forward. They like pull out knives and then he goes, you know, this isn't over, right? And then they shove him on. It completely changes that character.
Yeah, it changes the end of the movie too.
Yes.
It's weird. It's a very short sequence, but it does change the end of the movie.
It recontextualizes that entire character's like. I thought he was sad in the theatrical cut, and now it's like he's a menacing fuck.
Yeah.
Also, there were 5 minutes of Avatar 2 shown after the credits, or well, mid credits. It's the best CGI I've ever seen.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I can't wait.
And it continues this trend of certain shots are in high frame rate, but not all of it.
Yeah.
So like the scene I saw, because apparently depending on which screening you went to, there was a different scene. So there's like 2 or 3 scenes out there. We saw the one where it was a guy with a whale. All the shots above water were 24 FPS, and then you go in the water and it'd be 48. But it looked fucking cool.
It's December. The new one comes out, right?
Yeah. Make sure to go see it as many times as your little heart desired.
Also, the 3D in that scene, woo, it was good. I mean, but it reaffirms it's like, look, Avatar at home in 2D is not the same film as Avatar in 3D and IMAX. It is
Avatar in 3D and IMAX can allow you to overlook a week's.
Yes,
because it's fun to go.
it
It's like a
is-
roller coaster.
Yeah, and I'm like, I know I haven't turned on the film, but it's definitely like, at first time it was interesting. Seeing it in IMAX 3D again, I'm like, son of a bitch, I'm caught up in this film again.
For 5 years of the 10 years of this podcast, I defended the shit out of that movie because it's not good. The script is not good.
No.
But as a cinematic experience, it's one of the best ever.
I got
It's
caught
wonderful.
up in it. I'm like, how it's like magic.
Yep.
So
I'm just hoping for the same with the second one.
I mean,
And I think I'm confident. I think we're going to get that.
it's in this little 5-minute clip. It's the best CGI I've ever seen because I'm looking at what's going on in the scene. I'm like, no, that's practicals.
Well,
That's practicals.
you know what they should do? You know
No,
what,
it's all CG.
You know what the people should
What?
do? You know what the people should do?
Yeah.
They should join us every Wednesday night live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, starting at around 7 o'clock, 7:15 tonight. Follow us on your platform of choice or all of them and get notified when we're going to go live. Point is, join us live because we'll talk to you. All right. Special thanks to Skinny Mixes for supporting the Culture Smash cast. Skinny Mixes are coffee and dessert syrups that are 0 sugar, 0 calorie, and 0 to 2 carbs. Head on over to skinnymixes.com and try some of their syrups, such as white chocolate, salted dark chocolate, salted caramel, and the variety of cocktail mixes they offer, including the margarita, which is my favorite, and the different fruit flavors. Use promo code CultureSmash for 15% discount on your order. Let's talk about movies, y'all. We haven't talked about movies in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the box office. Number 10, Top Gun Maverick has made 1.1 million, made 713 so far. 4 months this movie has been in the top 10. 4 months.
At least it's a good movie getting that money.
Exactly. Number 9 is DC League of Super Pets. It made 1.2 million. It's made 91.6 so far. Number 8 is Bullet Train. I forgot about this movie already.
It's already on Blu-ray.
Well, so is League of Super Pets.
Really?
Yeah, as of today.
Oh.
1.3 million that one made. It's made 100 so far, 101. Number 7 is Barbarian. That's the one everybody should go see. It made 2.8 million. It's made 33 so far.
Just go. Don't look up anything.
Yeah, just go see it. Yeah. Now I guess we've got. Is this a Bollywood thing? Number 6 is Ponyan Selvan. Ponyan Selvan. Correct me. I'm fine with it. I can take it. It made $4 million for its opening weekend. Number 5 is Bros. It made 4.8 million for its opening weekend. Should we talk about this now or at the end of the top 10?
Do we have a story?
We don't have a story. We don't have a story. The
Okay.
only thing that I wanted to mention, and I think Zach wanted to had come across this too, is the star of this movie is losing his mind on Twitter right now. Have you guys seen this?
No.
I've heard people say it, but I haven't actually looked it up to see how overblown this is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
he's saying basically everybody who's not going to see it is homophobic because it's a great movie.
Or
And I'm
poor.
like,
Yeah. Or don't have time.
I'm like, dude, it's a rom-com. Like, I fucking hate rom-coms. I don't care if it's gay or straight. It's a rom-com. So immediately I'm like, no.
Well, also, you did mention this when we were talking about the pre-show, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
The way it's portrayed, it might not be this in the actual movie.
Yeah, it's pandering.
Yeah, it feels pandering. It can't just be a good, like, formulaic rom-com, which is not my jam anyway. It has to be a formulaic rom-com that, is saying, hey, we're the first gay rom-com. We're the first one. We're the first real one. And it might just be a symptom of the trailer and not as much the movie, but I don't know.
I'm sorry, but when you're advertising, the poster, the trailer, like everything about this movie is like, yeah, I'm not into this. Now, I've heard the movie's great.
I've heard good things.
But-
I'm probably going to end up seeing it, to be honest,
Yeah.
because I'm seeing everything. But I would not go either. It's a rom-com.
Dude, I don't care about the subject matter. I hate that it's a fucking rom-com.
Yeah,
like
and
I hate those.
The other issue I think that he's missing on is the particular demographic, and I'm not talking about just gay people. I'm talking about the age group that this movie goes for. They don't watch these movies in the theater now.
Yeah.
I was just talking to Zach. He hadn't heard of it, but I was talking to him about Fire Island, which is a Hulu
I
exclusive.
hadn't heard about it.
That's a gay rom-com. You know, that's the one that everybody was talking about before Bros, and I feel like the market is just not there on as big a scale as he had hoped it would be. Honestly, it's probably, for the movie that it is, it's probably in the right spot, and it's probably still going to make money. It's going to be one of those movies, I think, that sticks around for a while.
I mean, there's
and it nickels and
not a
dimes
whole
its
hell
way.
of a lot to see right now.
Yeah, I just, to be honest with you, when you're talking about rom-coms, what's the guy's name from gay rom-coms specifically? The guy's name from that was in Big Bang Theory.
Oh,
Sheldon.
It's
Jim Parsons.
Jim Parsons, thank you.
Jim Parsons.
His upcoming movie.
He has a rom-com coming out. It's not my jam at all. But when you look at the trailer for it, it feels like it's going to be a more mass appeal type of rom-com. It's still a gay rom-com. It's two men, but I feel like as a traditional sort of rom-com, it's going to fill that void better than Bros is going to do.
Did y'all ever watch The Whitest Kids You Know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember the sketch where they're like, it's the all-gay football league?
I haven't seen it.
No.
Okay.
I have not
They did
seen
this
Wise
sketch.
Kids You Know in like a decade.
They did this sketch where it was like, and now the first all-gay football league. Let's go to the showers. And it just cuts to the guys like, okay, that was a good game.
Yeah.
And it's like the over-the-top graphics of like 2 footballs and a male symbol. All right, let's go to the coaches talk.
Point, please.
So we had a pretty good game out there. I guess I'm gonna go home and see my husband. You know, I haven't seen him in a while. It was the marketing for that showing off, oh my gosh, it's gay, and then it's like regular shit. This is like this in real life. To where the trailer was like, oh my God, it's gay stuff.
Yeah.
And the movie's probably like, yeah, hoping to get a boyfriend, you know.
Also, the other part is rom-coms that make a lot of money have names in them. Like universally loved names.
Yeah.
Julia Roberts.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans.
Yeah.
And there's nobody in this movie, that's universal in that, pretty woman kind of way that's going to bring in that kind of money. You can't relate to it in that way. And that was one of my big things is like, how do you expect it to be number one at the box office when you don't have that big name in there? So I don't know. It's like you should, if you're interested, you should look up his Twitter and just see, because he like ripped into people because they didn't go see his movie.
Yeah, it was like, you didn't see it, you're homophobic. It's
exactly.
Like, what the fuck are you? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely not seeing it now, asshole.
Well, I'm seeing it because I'm seeing every fucking thing. So there you go. All right.
Moving on.
So let's continue on here. Number 4 is Avatar re-release. Who was it that said why are we having re-releases in our film?
Oh, that was some bitch ass named Nathan.
Yeah.
Movie just made 18 million, almost 19 million dollars.
Man, I'd buy that for $1.
Exactly. Number 3 is The Woman King. It made 6.8 million. It's made 46.5 so far. Number 2 is Don't Worry, Darling. It made 6.8 million. It's made 32.3 so far. And also opening new over the weekend is Smile. It made 22.6 million for its opening weekend. That's a pretty solid weekend for that particular movie. I'm hearing that it's not that bad though. It's not like gonna like change your world, but I'm hearing that it's not that bad.
Oh man, let me stop what I'm doing and go see this shit. Oh wait,
I'm gonna see it this
Oh
weekend.
no, I'm also a sucker for like face transmorphs, like in horror films. Like,
oh man,
I love them.
Do you love Truth or Dare?
I haven't seen it. My only
that
problem
one wasn't as extreme as I needed it to be. Like, I'm talking like full on face distortion. There's no humanly possible way.
Yeah,
like Truth or Dare.
That's what I like.
Like Truth or Dare, where they CGI'd the smile and it looked fucking stupid.
Well, we'll see.
More so, I like the like gaping mouths that just keep elongating. Like, oh, I love those.
Yeah, if that's done well, it can be very twisted. I agree. All right, so opening this weekend, if you want to go see something, Lyle Lyle Crocodile, no ratings on that yet, and Amsterdam is at 31%. That that shocked me because the cast for that movie is killer, and to me the trailer looked good. I was kind of hyped for it.
They had that cast. But it's
Yeah.
like every single person in Hollywood.
Yeah. It even made room for freaking Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So I was into it. I'm still going to see it, but man, this right. And I wonder if some of this score, we'll know. I'll tell you next week. But if some of this score is due to David O. Russell's questionable shenanigans.
I mean, nobody said that about American Hustle.
What do you mean?
Yeah, but I think
Yeah, but
it's
that
just,
stuff has all really more come out lately, though.
Yeah,
I
I
think it was
think.
before American Hustle.
Well, it happened.
It happened
happened
before, but the
before.
discussion is happening now.
Oh.
Yeah, there's more discussion about it now. Like I didn't recall anything about the gross controversies about David O. Russell.
Yeah,
like until really the lead in into this movie.
exactly.
So I don't know like what particularly is the new energizing factor about it, but I think it could also be just the fact that his last few movies haven't been good.
True. It could just be a bad movie, and that's it.
I mean,
It's
honestly,
sad though because the cast is so good.
Honestly, the only movie of his I liked was Silver Linings Playbook, because American Hustle, it looks like it has the same kind of issue that this movie has, where it's like great cast on paper. This is a solid movie, and then you watch it, it's like, it just doesn't work all together. And that seems to be what this one's going to be.
I thought American Hustle was fine.
I liked American Hustle. I just remember thinking it was too long.
I thought it was just okay. Like I had higher hopes going into it with the cast, and it just like, you know what, it's okay, but I felt like it should have been better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it definitely should have been better based off the cast that it had.
I mean, it was good. It was also like imitation Martin Scorsese.
It was
at
that.
the same time, Martin Scorsese comes out with The Wolf of Wall Street. So,
and you know what's funny is talking about romantic comedies or whatever. I remember seeing Silver Linings Playbook and actually kind of liking it, even though every beat was 100% predictable to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But then I started kind of thinking about it and paying attention to it, and it didn't. I feel like it didn't sit well with me after a while, even though I really like Jennifer Lawrence and almost everything. So I don't know. Maybe he just sucks. Maybe, maybe he just got a reputation for being good when he really isn't.
He's coasting on his cast because his movies are well casted.
Yeah, they are. They really are. And maybe you're right. Maybe that's what it is. All right. So do we have a Thumball update?
We do.
Real quick. Let me give the rules really quick in case people want to know. So Thumball is our game we play every 4 months. We each take 100 virtual bucks and bid on the movies coming out in that 4-month window that we think are going to make the most money at the box office in their first 4 weeks of release. And then we smack talk each other for 4 months, which is what's happening now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. All right. So in 5th place with $0 is Nico.
I'm coming for you, people. Nobody coming up.
It's okay. In 4th place with $1.3 million, it me.
There you go.
In 3rd place with $7.5 million is Steven.
Yeah. Coming on, baby.
And then in 2nd place with $40.1 million is Zach.
Hey.
And then in 1st place with $44.1 million is Nathan.
Ooh, this is painful. This hurts. I'm kind of glad he's
It's
not on the
early.
show tonight.
It's early.
It's very early. Like Nico still has Black Panther. I still have Avatar: The Way of Water.
Fuck you.
I mean, Steven, you still have
Fuck you, by the way.
Black Adam.
Fuck
Black
you.
Adam.
By the way, did
Zach
anyone
has
see
nothing.
anybody see the analyst estimates for what Black Adam is going to do opening weekend? Anybody see that?
Mid-70s.
Bad?
Yeah,
Is what
Yeah.
I saw.
Mid-70s, 75, 76 million is what the estimate for opening weekend is.
Probably better than I thought. I was going to go 50.
That's still not great. It's okay. I mean, for a non-superhero franchise movie, that would be good.
Yeah, for not Superman, not Batman, it's still a C tier movie with a franchise with a overall franchise that's got bad reputation. The fact that it's making more than 30 or 40 makes me happy. But it's got The Rock, and he makes a certain amount of money opening weekend always. So we're gonna see.
All
We're
right.
gonna see. I think Tina's still gonna win this because of fucking Avatar.
We'll see.
Only if Avatar performs the way the first one did.
So speaking of Film Ball, though, there's a movie, and I have the trailer for it here called Bones and All. And I remember when we started our game, we were like, "What the hell is this movie? I don't even know what this is." Well, the trailer's come out, and I'm interested. So let's see. Let me just run this so you guys can see it. I think let's do it this way so we get a bigger screen. Come on, baby.
Is it playing?
No, I got to turn the volume up. Hang on. Oh, shit.
You're on the wrong thing.
I'm on the wrong.
It's
I'm
still
on the,
playing in that.
I screwed it up. Hang
my-
on.
oh my
Hang on.
God.
I'm on the wrong page. Hang
Are
on.
This
you
is why we
blowing
can't
this?
have nice things.
You hit K. Oh,
Yeah.
I know it's playing.
I told you.
Okay.
The struggle.
There's a lover in the story, but the story's still the same. There's a lullaby for suffering and a paradox to blame. I didn't know I had permission to murder and to maim. You want it darker? We kill the flame.
You don't think I'm a bad person?
All I think is that I love you.
You look like the kind that's convinced himself he's got this under his thumb. But you pull on one little thread and
I'm ready. My lord. Magnified, sanctified be thy holy name. Vilified, crucified in the human frame. You want it darker? We kill the flame.
maybe love will set you free.
Oh shit! It's directed by that guy.
By that guy?
Yeah, Luca Suspiria.
Oh, that guy.
Call Me by Your Name. Hit
All
and
right.
miss.
Hmm?
Hit and
You said
miss.
hit and miss? Yeah. Well, I'm interested because, whoa, baby. What?
I do not like this.
There we go.
Okay.
Hang on.
Can he figure it out, ladies and gentlemen?
I'm
You're
doing a
having a
lot of.
This is great for.
I'm doing a
audio
lot of moving.
listeners.
There's a lot of moving parts happening.
Are you messing this up, dude?
Yes.
Steven's having a rough night, folks.
Yeah.
I am struggling, but it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
So it has these kind of Badlands and Wild at Heart vibes, which I'm kind of down for.
Mhm.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
No, I think it looks pretty good.
I think it looks really cool.
You know what it really reminds me of?
Hmm.
Just a more violent version of like Queen and Slim.
Well, if that's, I mean, that's the case, then that's okay. I saw
Which
Queen and
was-
Slim.
I have a feeling, especially with like the Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy craze here lately, so
Ugh.
many girls are going to be like, "This is how I would have reacted if me and Ted Bundy were in a relationship.
Oh
I
my
would have loved him."
I can fix him.
That's why you should watch Sightseers.
That is why you should watch Sightseers. Exactly. The Nick Cave music in particular makes me feel like 80s vibes. I don't know if that's Nick Cave or not, honestly, but it sounds like Nick Cave. And I think it's actually set in the 80s too, I think. But I just kind of like this like Sightseers, this two random kind of crazy people that probably wouldn't have done too much on their own. They come together and go on a road trip and start fucking shit up. I'm in. Like, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Badlands?
No.
No.
It's
Sorry.
come to the Belcourt like 3 times. And I'm always busy.
You guys suck.
What?
Badlands is great.
I'm sorry. We were filming something last time it came.
It is out there on a Criterion. You could watch it anytime.
Is it 4K?
No.
Well, it was showing in 4K last.
And also, it reminds me of Natural Born Killers, but that's a movie I like a lot less.
Also, I hate the director.
Of what? Badlands?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Badlands is his high point.
I
Like Sightseers for Ben Wheatley.
Okay. Well, you know.
I agree with you. I don't like his stuff either, other than Badlands. Badlands is great. But anyway, I just thought it looked cool. And we really had no frame of reference for it when we were starting our film ball. It just seemed like I think we questioned if it was even coming out, right?
Yeah. Or at least
Yeah.
it died.
Because at that point, we hadn't seen any trailers, no real press on it. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm here for it. I still think it's going to be a small movie, though. It doesn't feel like it's going to be that, holy shit, everybody go to see it. But maybe. All right, so let's talk about the new Wakanda Forever trailer.
There's a new one?
There is a new one that shows quite a bit more.
Man.
I'm going to run. I know you haven't seen it. I'm about to run.
I still don't care.
Well, you haven't seen the trailer.
Oh.
Show your respect, sir. You might be surprised.
Dang.
You might.
I mean, Marvel's only been fucking this up for like 5 films in a row. What's another 6?
I'm not gonna
disagree with me, sir. Disagree.
I'm not gonna do it.
Can't do it.
I'm not gonna do it. But here, let's take a look at the trailer and then we'll talk.
Only the most broken people can be great leaders.
His people did not call him general or king. They called him Kukul Khan, the feather serpent god. Killing him will risk eternal war.
He's coming for the surface world.
You whisper. They have lost the protector. Now is our time to strike. Show them who we are.
Yeah, check your phone. But
yes.
So it's clear Shuri or Siri or
Shuri, yeah.
She's going to be the next Black Panther.
What's wrong with that?
It's less on this. I mean, it's pretty clear from this, but the movie, they also released a movie poster at the same time. And
yeah, it's like the dots on her face are the same as the one in...
Well, and Letitia Wright's character, Shuri, is like front and center in that poster. So,
And I mean, we can pretty much call the mom Angela Bassett's character dying.
Oh, I would love if Angela Bassett's the Black Panther. That would be great.
Well, I mean, they show her in front of the glass in the throne room. Namor looks like he's about to do a spear, and then the next scene that we see with the throne room, there's water coming in. It's like, okay, she's gonna.
I would love it for it to be like Lupita Nyong'o's character would be as Black Panther would be really cool too. Yeah. I don't care about Shuri as much in this. It makes sense that she's like this Q character, like making all the technology and stuff. And I thought it was a really good role for her in the last movie. And I know in comics, Shuri does become a Black Panther.
Yeah.
So
she's
get it.
in the MCU. She's too young and seems like not. She's the tech person, not the.
Well, she's also just a different person in like her comic persona doesn't match the movie persona until the movie came out and they started kind of pulling from that more into comics. Because there was a Shuri miniseries that came out that I think made her a bit more of a technologist after the first movie.
Also looks like we're going to get the first cinematic appearance of Riri Hart.
Yeah, Ironheart.
Mhm.
I am freaking excited though about Namor.
Namor looks good.
I was already hyped for Namor, and then when you see like him actually flying like with the
wings on his feet,
and I'm like,
yeah,
damn, that looks good. I want Namor. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I love this. Yeah. I love how they've taken Namor and really grafted him onto this like Central American iconography. I think it's a really cool thing that the comic version doesn't have, because the comic version is just, it's Atlantis, and Atlantis is ultimately like Grecian in origins. But this is a cool way to bring in other cultures without really taking anything away from the character. I think it looks cool. It's vibrant. It's exciting. I'm really excited for Namor. That's all I care about. I want to see Namor.
I'm more excited, and that's sad for the movies. I'm more excited for Namor. I think the rendition of him looks good, and I'm interested to see what they do with Ironheart.
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings about that too, because if they overpower her too soon, I'm going to be disappointed. Like, I feel like, you know, she's this insanely brilliant person who develops her stuff in a garage, right?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be the nanotechnology that Iron Man had when he passed, unless he left it to her somehow, which I think is skipping some awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Use it developing her character.
It's a really weird leap in character progression to have her working in Wakanda already. So I'm kind of interested in seeing how they get to that. Like, she could be some exchange student, because they ended the first movie with wanting to start these cultural exchange centers and stuff. So it could be built off of that.
Yeah.
And there's some vibes of that in the comics too, right?
But I think I'm excited about some things. It is just really going to be hard for this movie to grapple with the fact that its main character is no longer here.
They went to the wrong freaking person to replace him too.
That we know of. We're guessing. I would like to be proved wrong. I think it would be a great way to do a red herring. We'll see. It could be Angela Bassett. I'm hoping now.
And
Angela
I swear to God,
that would turn me around, because that would finally see a dream of mine culminate, because I always wanted Angela Bassett to be Storm.
Yes.
She would have been the perfect Storm back in the early X-Men days.
That would have been great.
And I will say this, if this movie does not address the fucking celestial hand popping out of the fucking ocean, I am done with Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Hey, She-Hulk's covered it.
No, that does not count. No. If this of all movies, Namor, Ocean, come on. If it doesn't do it this way, there's no hope.
Oh, by the way, if anybody is following She-Hulk, or not following but wants to jump on, tomorrow's episode is the Daredevil appearance one.
Are you guys watching it, by the way?
I am. I love She-Hulk. It is fun.
So this is what's funny.
On Hell's Kitchen.
Is there a new Hell's Kitchen?
There's a guy from Nashville.
Yeah.
I know that's TV talk.
Technically, it's Murfreesboro, but yeah.
Now I'm going to have to watch it. There are guys from spoiler alert, were guys from Nashville on Amazing Race. Shit, you made me lose the focus.
She-Hulk.
I will admit I'm actually fucking watching She-Hulk. I'm watching it. Except the wedding episode. I knew that was a one-off and it was all about this wedding. I skipped the shit out of that episode. But it's not that I think it's really great, because I still feel like it's not necessarily, I'm not necessarily the target, but I like the actress. I think she's cool.
Yeah.
I like her. I think she's good. And it's kind of like a background noise show for me. Like when I'm folding laundry or I'm doing other things, I'll put on Let It Run, because I don't love it, but I also don't hate it. It's that kind of thing.
It's a good half-hour show. It's entertaining. It's setting out to do what it's trying to do, and I think it's doing that well. So I'm digging it.
She still looks fucking weird though. That CGI.
Yeah, the CGI is not great.
So anyway, I don't know that the first Black Panther trailer. I actually kind of like the first trailer better, I guess, in the whole scheme of things, only because I thought the music was so good and it had such impact.
Agreed.
We'll see. All right, we've got one more trailer to watch, and this one might be the one I'm most excited to watch.
Yeah.
Because
I can't wait for y'all to go see Black Panther 2 and just be conned again into seeing,
we'll see.
For the 5th time in a row.
Here we go.
I'm done with Marvel.
It's done with you. It's okay.
You ain't driving, are you?
I steer a little, but the Ranger do my sword.
This is my 4th year as a Santa. How about you?
I started the whole damn thing.
It's Christmas!
We decided that you could have one gift.
Early.
What is it?
That is a direct hotline to Santa Claus himself.
I can talk to Santa.
All right, revelers. Welcome to your worst Christmas ever.
Let's go!
You have $300 million in your personal vault. That's what I want for Christmas.
I don't want any trouble, okay?
Something's gonna scooch up that chimney.
Who is he? Because he's not your typical mall Santa.
Santa, are you there? Daddy said you were very busy tonight. My name's Trudy Lightstone. Are you gonna help us, Santa?
Yeah, Trudy.
Santa?
You're on my nice list. Santa Claus is coming to town. Time for some season's beatings.
Who the hell are you?
Boss, what if he really is the real?
No such thing as Santa.
These bad men, they're all on my naughty list. Naughty.
That's naughty!
And what do you do to the naughty ones?
I give them a lump of coal.
Where is it?
I gotta watch.
Come on. Which one of you did that? Prancer? So unprofessional.
I have a feeling this is going to be my
God damn it.
traditional Christmas rotation list every year.
I said this
It looks so fun.
I said this in our group chat about how this looks like a trailer, a parody trailer of a fake movie. Like this trailers that would have been in like the Grindhouse and stuff. It's like, this does not look like it's going to be a real movie. But it looks
the thing
so
is, like,
fine.
the thing is, a couple of months ago, there was a couple of TikToks going around that had like the poster art for this, and everybody's like, no, it's fake, it's fake.
Right.
And now everybody's losing their minds, like, oh my God, it's real.
I don't know
can't
if this
wait.
movie has the impact that the trailer does, because I'm watching the trailer and I think I know where Zach is going to be coming from. Is you kind of want to hate it for being a gimmick, but it just endears itself to you. Like it looks like it's fucking fun.
Yeah.
I hope it's as good as it looks. It
I
looks
hope so,
really.
too.
And David Harbour, it's so weird that he's the breakout hit from Stranger Things, really. But hey,
I love it. I love it.
what do you got to say, boy?
Just, I gotta watch. Just like, yeah.
I want to watch this in a
Damn
double
it.
with Krampus. I
Yeah.
want to watch this in the double with Krampus.
Unrated cut.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, of course. I'm excited. I don't know really what else there's to say except It looks so much better than I ever thought it was going to look when we first saw those
Seasons
posters.
beatings.
Yep.
Seasons beatings. I want a T-shirt that says Seasons beatings.
I mean, I'll be honest, I could use without the puns.
No.
Oh no,
No.
I disagree with that. I think he's delivering them well. I don't know. I'm
Is this rated
excited.
yet? I swear, if this is PG-13, okay, good.
What?
No.
It's rated R.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't see
If
how
this
it could
was
be rated
PG-13, I'd be mad.
I would be disappointed as well. I will agree with that.
That, and it's really fun to see John Leguizamo back in action.
Oh,
It
yeah.
I've
is.
always loved him.
I love it when John Leguizamo pops up and stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of always wanted to see a little more of him in John Wick.
I
Like
was
in the John
really
Wick.
disappointed
Yeah.
that he was not in 2 or 3.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe he'll come back.
Maybe.
All right, let's do a story, Zach.
Yeah. All right. So, longtime James Bond producer Michael G. Wilson recently spoke at an In Conversation event in London's British Film Institute to celebrate 60 years of James Bond. Basically, who is going to be the next James Bond?
Exactly.
Because spoilers, James Bond fucking died, which is the dumbest fucking decision they could have done. But
I mean, there's no time to die.
fuck off. So anyway, quote, "We tried looking at younger people in the past," said Wilson, "but trying to visualize it doesn't work. Remember, Bond's already a veteran. He's had some experience. He's a person who has been through the wars, so to speak.
That's actually
He's
not
probably
bad.
been in the SAS or something. He isn't some kind of high school, that you can bring in and start off. That's why it works for a 30-something.
I don't know what kind of accent you're. It went proper British to Australian.
Oh,
A
it
little
did?
bit of Cockney in the end.
Yeah, he was
It
like,
fell apart.
I was really impressed for a moment. It's like, Zach's doing a pretty good job. And then he
Doing
just-
all right, and then it just went awry.
yeah,
Damn, I
fell
thought I was
apart.
doing all right. All right. Well, anyway, nobody fucking knows who the next Bond is. There's a
The
lot of
word for a long
speculation.
time was that it was Idris Elba.
He's
He's
too
too
old.
old.
Yeah.
He's not as old as you think he is. He's 49.
Okay, so they start
his salt
production
and-
right
it's his-
now.
It's his salt and pepper that makes him look older.
No,
But he actually came out recently and just said that he doesn't want it.
Yeah.
he'd be so good at like
He would be
years
great.
ago.
He would be
He's
really
so
good at.
good.
I think they want younger. They like not. I think 30 something is probably. the
Yeah,
right
they
number.
want somebody who's.
Well,
gonna
that's
be
what the
around
article
long
says.
enough
It's
to
Yeah,
get
that's,
it
done
no, and
for a
I
while.
take him at the word. I think
Yeah.
because Craig was probably like late 30s, early 40s when he probably when he
Right? That's
started,
what it seems like.
which
Yeah.
which is past the point that I think Elbow would really be good for it because they want a franchise. They want a guy who's going to be sticking around
Yeah.
for 10 to 15 years.
They want a trilogy at least. They want to be
Yeah.
able to get 3, and the way the Bond production goes at a snail's pace, that's 10 years.
Well, it's because
Yeah.
every fucking time it's like the rights get messed up. It's like it's
Yeah.
at MGM, now it's at Amazon, and Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli are with the rights, and
Mhm.
that's why Craig only got 4.
Yeah, well,
It's
and
because-
that was enough for him anyway. He only got 2 good ones.
I mean, shit. The time. I mean, the time period between Casino Royale and Quantum was 2 years, but the time between Quantum and Skyfall was 4.
I just really hope they don't do Tom Holland. I don't want Tom Holland.
Please.
Well, it
Don't.
sounds like that's a no-go. It sounds like he's
Good.
too young.
That would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
That would be Zach's nightmare.
Hot take, Tom Holland's not a good actor.
No, he's not.
Tom Holland can play one character well. And
It
in
just
every
happens
movie
to
I've
be
seen
that
him-
character is one of the most bakeable movie characters in history.
Yes. Because if you
I
look
just
at
don't like his
Uncharted,
mouth. His
he's
mouth
still the same
freaks
character.
me out.
Yeah.
He's the exact same character in Uncharted as Peter Parker. And from what I saw of that Chaos Walking, again, kind of still the same guy, a little more subdued. So he's not a good actor to begin with.
I mean, Bond canonically is mid-30s.
I also think Bond is one of those guys, and I'm kind of glad to hear that article. Some characters you could do a prequel to their bigger story and show them younger and becoming that guy that they end up becoming. I don't feel like I want that with Bond. I don't
No.
care
No.
We already
about
had
that shit.
that.
I think,
We had enough
Casi-
of it. Yeah.
Casino Royale is the furthest back I would want to go. I like when there were vague, like, call outs. Like in GoldenEye, when Sean Bean and Pierce Brosnan are talking. It's like, remember we're back in the war and all that stuff. And that's it. It's like
No.
because they said it's like we fought for Queen and Country and all that stuff back when they were. It's been a while
there's
since
no
I watched
reference to war. It talks about how they train together and
yeah,
how they
but
work
that's
together.
what I mean. Okay, not a specific war, but basically callbacks to like we train together, we've worked together, like that
It's
level
enough.
of history. I don't need detailed backstory or flashbacks on this movie happening for Bond.
Agree. Now, the one thing I think would be kind of that I would find interesting about Bond, but it would be difficult for them to do, is sort of the old man Logan version of Bond. Get somebody who's 65. He's outdated. He can't do what he used to do. They don't do things the way he learned to do them. Seeing that kind of Bond would be kind of interesting to me.
Let's get Ian McKellen.
That wouldn't work because double O's are hard out at 45.
That's what happens.
Age out.
That's what happens in the book. In the books,
Yeah.
I haven't seen that defined in the movies, sir. They can do what they want in the movie.
But do you want
I would be interested to see it.
You get Roger Moore in that, where he's going after some 25-year-old and he's fucking 50, and you're like,
Yeah.
this is creepy.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
That's why I say Idris Elba is too old, because if he starts right now,
Listen,
he'll be 50.
I just saw Idris Elba kick the shit out of a lion.
Okay,
sir. So I saw this.
Do you think Daniel Craig is too old?
Yes.
He's 54. You want 3 films out of Elba?
I'd watch another Daniel Craig movie probably if he did it.
I'd
watch it.
I don't like. I think Elba would be fine for like the next movie. But again, franchise building, and also if they do really what they should do and not let the franchise like languish like they did with Craig, they're gonna have to work that actor like a dog, and that's gonna prevent that actor from doing other movies, or at least very intensive movies.
Well, and that's the big problem, and that's why Idris Elba came out and said, whatever the rumors are, I'm not doing it. He doesn't want to. He doesn't have to do it. He's a bankable actor on his own, and he can do a lot of stuff.
I mean, that's how Roger Moore built his career. He
Arguably,
Sean Connery to a lesser extent.
I was going to say,
arguably, Idris Elba is a better actor than Roger Moore.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Sean Connery grew away from Bond because
Yes.
he's a good actor.
Yeah, he quit.
Yeah.
What was Moore's non-Bond career during the Bond franchise?
Please hold.
Not much. I know he did that shitty Quest movie with Van Damme, like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I mean, Roger Moore has.
I like Roger Moore's Bond movies, though. I like Moonraker.
I'm not arguing the quality of the Bond movies. I'm arguing that Moore was Bond and not much else for his tenure.
Oh, actually, he was in a bunch of fucking movies.
Well, then forget it. I take it back.
But this is, I mean, he's in so looking at it here, Live and Let Die was his first. Okay, so from there, he's in
a good one, by the way.
Yeah, Gold, That Lucky Touch, Street People, Shout at the Devil, the Wild Geese, Escape to Athena, North Sea Hijack, The Sea Wolves, The Cannonball
Roger
Run.
Moore is a workworkhorse. I've got
that's just one decade. So I would say he was a workhorse, but he realized that like in View to a Kill, basically the love interest of that film, he's like, you're as old as my granddaughter. I think I'm old enough.
You know.
Anyway,
no, I got it. I know who I want for an old Bond.
Who is that?
Timothy Dalton.
Oh shit,
Timothy Dalton.
Give him one more.
Give him one more.
And don't do Thunderball.
And don't shave the mustache.
No, keep the well, yeah.
Yeah, I said don't shave the mustache.
Yeah, because
Keep it.
He's not on the job, so we can let the hair.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
man.
would see the shit out of that.
I'd see it. All right, let's skip ahead to Tina's story.
Okay, mine will be very quick.
Here,
that's why we're skipping to it.
TLDR: John McTiernan is making another film. Whoop whoop.
Hopefully it's good. It probably won't be.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Ryan Reynolds announced last week that Hugh Jackman will be returning to play Wolverine one more time in Deadpool 3. It's still early days on the project, so it's too soon to guess what sort of adventures Deadpool and Wolverine will get up to. Deadpool 3 will be directed by Sean Levy from a script by Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick. Deadpool 3 will hit theaters on September 6th, 2024. That is it. That is all the information.
All right. So here's my theory. We're not getting shirtless Wolverine because there has to be some condition that like Hugh put down. Is like, look, I'm old. I don't want to do this anymore. I tried to quit.
He's in his mid-50s, right?
Yeah.
It's like I already tried quitting Wolverine. If you want me to come and do your stupid parody movie, Ryan, I'm not taking off my shirt. Like that's got to be like line in the sand call right there.
Apparently, he is back in training though, so he's gonna muscle up.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman's crazy. I love him. He's crazy. I want I want a Wolverine suit. I want like a costume. Give me a costume. He's had 20 years of being Wolverine and not getting a legit Wolverine costume. Give me one.
I'm in such a minority too because I want the brown costume.
I'm fine with brown. I like brown and tan. It's the current Wolverine suit. I'm a fan of it.
I need the pointy ears.
Yeah, you need
that's
that.
what I need. I need the
You
wings.
need the hat.
Yeah.
Gotta have them. Although,
even if it's just a gimmick, like
I know it's going to be
Deadpool
the
makes
shit.
him wear it or something. Like that's I just need it.
I know it's going to be the multiverse shit and whatever, and Marvel has made it so that anybody can be alive again. But Logan
it works with Deadpool.
Logan died so well. He's dead. He's dead. He died.
Yeah.
So just seeing him come back, it even though they can excuse it away with it being another multiverse or something, it does make me a little bit sad because he went out beautifully.
I think the only thing that makes me feel a little bit better about it is Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds themselves have a fantastic chemistry.
They have a wonderful friendship.
They do.
And Ryan Reynolds particularly has just been like, Hugh, get in my movie. Hugh, get in my... For like every Deadpool, he's like, I need Wolverine in this movie. It's like that kind of just like, I want to see this because they've been building this up in
also
some way.
if you remember in Deadpool 2 when Deadpool's going back in time and doing all the funny stuff, how like he turns to Wolverine and goes, if your old buddy Wade Wilson asked you to come back for one last round, just say yeah. And it's like talk about calling your shot.
You're right. You put it like that, it does make me feel a little like better, like they might be really fun together. But that does lead into the other thing that I really hate is that I know this movie is going to be a PG-13 movie.
Fuck you, it's not.
Watch.
Please.
Watch
I
what
just
happens.
really
God,
hope,
don't do it.
I really hope since they're bringing Deadpool into the MCU, after Peter Parker has already turned 18, we get some just Wade hitting on him. Like that's all I need to make my life complete.
So I think also this, I would not be surprised if they are looser with the multiverse, everything's got to tie into each other stuff with Deadpool. Just because Deadpool is so comedic and parodying of a lot of superhero stuff that it's able to play with rules of comedy that doing a serious crossover franchise like the rest of the MCU is, it can get away with a few more things. I don't think you'll get like things that happen to Deadpool will ripple across the MCU and have major implications. It's like the Deadpool movie is, other than it might have some aspect of adding in mutants to the MCU, but I don't think whatever happens in this movie will ripple across like Ant-Man and Spider-Man and the Avengers and stuff.
I think Deadpool should just be one-offs anyway. I think
I think so.
It's suited better to that way. You want to know what's funny is we were just talking about She-Hulk. Deadpool, I would like to see Deadpool and She-Hulk interact, and both of them try to talk to the screen at the same time.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty fun.
What are you doing? They're over there.
Yeah.
No, my people are over there.
Yeah, different fourth walls.
It just lends itself to jokes.
Yeah.
Or I could see She-Hulk talk to the audience and Deadpool with his little deadpan thing look at her and go, "There's a fifth wall?" Something like that.
Or like one of them's she's talking to the fourth wall and Deadpool is behind her, just go, hi.
Yeah.
I just think that it lends itself to some funny moments.
Yeah.
But it also lends itself to a more PG rated Deadpool,
Fuck
which
you.
I don't want.
Fuck
Well,
you.
I think the way to do it is She-Hulk season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let him be the Daredevil of season 2. He can
Yeah,
pop in for an
let
episode.
him get his, because all the episodes have essentially cameos in it, so like he could be one episode.
Here's a question
I
for you,
mean,
Nico.
Oh, Tina's got a question for me.
Oh.
We're already married, Tina. You
Yeah, I
know
know.
that, right?
Out of the 3 Spider-Mans, which one would you rather see hook up with Deadpool? For me, it would be Andrew Garfield,
Maguire.
Spider-Man.
Maguire.
I think Maguire, because he's a better straight man.
Recreate that fucking kiss, baby.
I think
Yes,
see,
that too.
the reason why I choose Garfield is because at least Toby has his MJ.
Oh.
And Garfield's so alone.
Okay, that's reasonable.
All right.
That's reasonable. All right, so let's jump on into TV. We're running really long, so there's a lot of TV to talk about, but we're all behind. I just want to ask: has anybody else watched The Patient?
What is
No.
No, I
Okay.
actually don't remember the name.
Tina, I think The Patient is your jam. I've watched 4 episodes of it. It has Steve Carell in it, and he plays a therapist.
I know this now. Yes.
One of his
Where
people,
he's like, when it's like, hey, my problems are bigger than all your other patients. Why is that? Because I kill people.
and well, what he does is he kidnaps Steve Carell and chains him to a bed and forces him to give him therapy before he starts killing more people.
Is it an Apple show?
No, it's a Hulu show.
Hulu. Okay.
And I think Michelle, fan of the show, Michelle,
Mhm.
convinced me to watch it, and I'm 4 episodes in, and it's a lot of fun. It's really kind of more intense than I thought it was going to be.
All
It's
right.
good.
All right.
And also Andor, I'm caught up on Andor, and practical sets look great, but they make the CGI look like shit. Because when you transition between a practical set to CGI, I'm like, stop it right now. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right, let's talk about what you've got there, Nico.
All right. So let me zoom back up to that story. Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame directors, the Russo brothers, are teaming up with Amazon Studios to develop an international spy show called Citadel. The 7-episode saga features, and I apologize if I mispronounce this, Priyanka Chopra Jones and former Game of Thrones star Richard Madden, alongside veteran actor Stanley Tucci. Citadel has apparently been in the works for years, but we still don't have a release date. The plot is under wraps, but it's supposed to be a unique world-building endeavor. Citadel intends to build its own universe from the ground up, serving as a flagship for other spin-off shows carrying out missions related to the series. So it's going to have the main series as well as satellite shows set in India, Italy, and Mexico to flesh out the Citadel universe. The Russos, of course, have experience with massive crossover media projects, Marvel, but it's anyone's guess to see if the Marvel magic will carry over to a new and unproven property. The interesting thing is, Citadel's budget has reportedly exceeded $200 million, partially thanks to reshoots. This puts Citadel just behind Amazon's other super massively expensive show, Rings of Power, as the second most expensive show of all time.
Jesus.
Holy bananas.
I told you, Amazon doesn't mind spending money right now on media.
$5.
They
$5 says it fails.
They got all that money from the pandemic. Everyone ordered on Amazon. It's like, oh, we're just
Exactly.
gonna shows. I am concerned because the Russos post Endgame, their out of Marvel track record has not been great.
It's been bad.
It's been horrendous.
Yeah. So them as showrunners, if depending on who they're bringing in to support, supposedly they are the articles that we read that I looked through did not name who the other people would be running the other shows, but if they get a good team under them, it could be a strong franchise. But the thing is, it's also a new thing. It's Amazon paid like $500 million for The Lord of the Rings, which is the behind the Bible, the best-selling book series of the 20th century. It's like, that's a sure bet. That's money.
Funny story on Lord of the Rings books. Nico requested at the library, he requested a certain audiobook. and they finally got it. And what's
So-
your place in line?
So if to the listeners out there, if you listen to audiobooks, one, check with your library to see if they give out, if you can check out books, because that's a fantastic use. I check out audiobooks through an app with my library. There were some books, some Tolkien books that they didn't have when a massive Tolkien-related TV show was debuting. So I went on. It's like, hey guys, could you get this? Because I would like to listen to this. One being the Children of Hurin, which was narrated by Christopher Lee before he passed away.
Oh wow,
that one was great. And then some others came in, and they're already on like 6+ week wait lists.
Yeah. And he goes like, "You're welcome, National.
You're welcome, National Public Library."
That's funny.
But no, it's like that was a sure bet. That is money. Even if the show doesn't pan out to the full 5 seasons, that would be a failure still. But it's more of a sure bet to get something in return. It's a lot of cultural cachet, whereas Citadel is nothing. We don't know anything about it, so I'm very intrigued.
The weird thing is, I don't understand what happened to the Russo brothers, because they did give us some of the best entries in the MCU.
Yeah,
they did, but everything they've done since then has been not good.
I will say, it being a spy thriller, it does give me some hope, because
especially with how Winter Soldier,
because
Winter
of how
Soldier
Winter
is
Soldier
one of my
is a spy
favorites.
thriller.
That's two things they should be good at: the spy thriller thing, because we've seen it in Winter Soldier, and world building, which they were integral in the world building that happened in the MCU.
Yeah.
So those two things should come together and equal something good. But apparently, Gray Man is not very good, from what I hear. I haven't watched it, which was their spy movie that was on Netflix.
That's true.
Yeah, I wonder how much Netflix.
Here's
exactly.
Okay, so it's also this. I'm sure they had carte blanche on the Gray Man. Like, they could probably have done whatever they wanted. I'm sure no one in Netflix was saying like, don't do this. Like, maybe they had budget limitations in some areas, but for the most part,
that
Netflix
CGI is supposed to be bad.
But I can deal with bad CGI if the movie itself is good.
Exactly.
But I'm sure Netflix went, hey, you're the guys who've made like billions of dollars for Marvel at Disney. Do whatever you want. And the question is, should they have carte blanche to do whatever they want?
Or do they need a rein?
This is the one of the questions we have to deal with a lot of the times with the MCU is, do they need a Kevin Feige? Because Kevin Feige's influence on every movie is there. And
it's a good point.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm interested. I'm intrigued to see. I hope it does well, but
I love world building, so I'm here for it. Let's hope it's good, though.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah,
but I do love world building. You know, I that's what I loved about John Wick in the early days, and unfortunately, it kind of fizzled a little bit in the third movie. But we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
All right, let's see. If you want to pick up some Blu-rays this week, there's some good choices, baby. The Fright Night 4K Steelbook is out. I'm annoyed about that because it's only the Steelbook.
Ooh.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it just came out in a special edition Steelbook, which
is
is fine.
Original or the remake?
The original.
Okay.
The original. But the problem is they always freaking sell out. Star Trek Picard Season 2 is out on Blu-ray.
Fright Night on physical has been
it's been a
tumultuous affair.
I hope, though, I think it's Paramount, so I'm hoping that this just means in a month the regular release will come out, because that's usually what they do.
For a long time, it was Twilight Time that put it out, and they're like 2,000 copies.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
So Star Trek Picard Season 2 is out. Bram Stoker's Dracula 4K is out in a Steelbook. That's the same as the previous 4K. It's just a Steelbook. Army of Darkness came out this week in a 4K and a Steelbook. I'll be picking that up. Scream 2 is out in a 4K and a Steelbook. Night of the Living Dead is out from Criterion in 4K. And DC League of Super Pets is out on Blu-ray. There's some other stuff, but them's the ones that matter. Is there anything you can think of we should be reading this week?
So
Nico?
in comics this week, Spider-Man #1, brand new Spider-Man comic series, return of Dan Slott, who shepherded Amazing Spider-Man for a while. Yeah, I think that's hit or miss. I think that's fine. But Mark Bagley's doing art, and I'm super in support of that.
That's cool.
AXE, the Avengers, X-Men, Eternals crossover Star Fox #1. So if you want to see that character that Harry Styles played at the end of Eternals, that's over there.
Okay.
I
liked him in the old days.
We can look over
Arrows.
Yep. We can look over at DC for Batman 128, where Chip Zdarsky explains the backup personality of Batman, the Zuranov. And we also get Gotham City Year One, which is kind of a pulpy noir look at early Gotham. This isn't like the TV show Gotham that's like Bruce Wayne's a kid or anything. And it's like, no, this is like the 20s Gotham. Bruce's grandparents are around. Like, there is no Batman here.
Oh,
so that one's is probably going to be a pretty interesting book, I hope.
So there's stuff this week, also TV wise. You know, we've got the new Handmaid's Tale tonight. Werewolf by Night is this week, right?
Is it this week? I thought it was later. I mean, that's cool if it is. I just didn't realize.
And Hellraiser is this weekend. That's the big thing.
Hell yeah.
So we got to at least try to watch Hellraiser so we can talk about it next week. All right, we've been on here a while. Let's bring this baby to an end. How about that?
All right.
We're just getting warmed up.
Nico, where do we find you on the internet, sir?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram under Nico Scream, NIKOSCREAM. On Letterboxd too. Letterboxd and Instagram posted about the 12 Hours of Terror. On Twitter, I may occasionally chat about current D&D playtests, so feel free to check out there.
All right, Tina?
You can find me on most major social media sites under Cheddar Popper. That is CHEDRPOPPR. As always, check out the.shadow.pupper on Instagram and TikTok.
Hey, Zach, boy.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram. I'm Master of the Major 71. I post like twice a year. And
did you post your annual 12 Hours of Terror post?
Dude, I have 3 posts and I haven't made them yet.
Get on.
I have the 48-hour post, I have the house post, I have the 12 Hours of Terror post. I've yet to post. And
you better get on that post haste.
Yeah, you're not gonna
post haste. Yeah.
You can find me also on Steam as well as Discord. I'm a dangerous mute lunatic.
All right.
Also expect to find me on Violent Night 2 with all my puns.
All right, so find me on OTS Movies on TikTok, Off the Shelf Movie Night here, and then CultureSmash here. All 3 of them talking about movies. OTS Movies talking about physical medias. And I'm going to be trying to do some updates on my 31 Days of Horror, you know, because not only do I got...
You want to speak into the mic, sir?
Not only do I got to challenge myself with seeing 100 movies this year, I'm also trying to watch a bunch of horror movies for this month, too. It's my first stack. So...
How are you on your Pushing 100?
Pushing 100, I'm at 69 movies right now, so I've got to see. I've got 2.5 months to get this thing done.
You know, I'm doing
it, and you didn't say anything.
I'm trying to be nice.
I'm doing my own challenge for October. It's not horror movie related. It's not movie related, but it's called Smuttober.
Oh, I'm down. What's this?
All the books, or most of the books that I listen to, have to have some spice to them or smut scenes.
Oh,
most of the books you listen to have that.
If they have to have spice in them, are you just listening to Dune?
It must flow.
The spice must flow.
So far,
I respect that.
So far, I've already listened to 3 smut books.
I love it. That's a good challenge. I support that. That's a good Halloween challenge. All right, you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We will see everybody next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.